Hello guys, I'm going to show you how to create an effect with the help of our effect constructor. So let's start. First of all, we need to create a folder for our effect. So you can create it any way you want on your computer and name it the way you like. I will call it test effect. The next step, we are going inside this folder and create another one folder. And you need to name it SRC. It will always be SRC folder for any effect. This folder will contain all our FBX files, music files, and also HDR. I have all this stuff right here, and I just copy it and paste into my SRC folder. So what I have here is my beauty face is for face morph, cut, just to create a good cut for my 3D. Also a head, I will create a graduate head and a tassel for this head because it will have physics. And also I have here music and HDR map. I will delete this HDR just to show you how this HDR map works without our personal HDR and with default HDR. You can leave it here if you wish. So let's go to our constructor. We need to open it. And we need to open our folder with an effect. I have it here. You need to choose your SRC folder and press choose the folder. And here we are going to rendering page right here. And you see that all our materials of our FBX files are here. Let's press construct. And if you want to see your effect in viewport, you need to take your effect folder and drag it to the viewport. So you see a lot of 3D meshes here. I will turn it off right now because I will show you step by step how to create it. Reload, and you see that there is nothing. So let's add a face morph to our effect. Go to effect constructor, and here on the right corner we see warp mesh. This is our face morph. So let's choose the FBX file that we have for morph. I have beauty face SP, and press construct. So I will reload the effect, and you see the difference. My face became smaller. I have a very small face morph to create my face more beautiful, but you can create a fat or a thin face, so as you wish. So let's add our 3D meshes to the effect. So we need to turn on our materials of our FBX files. I have head physics and head itself. Push construct button and see our geometry, but also we see that there is no more cut material here. We will use our face morph as a cut. So that's why we need to turn on our face morph material also. I have face matte for this. So this is beauty face SP is our FBX file, and face matte is the material for this FBX file. And I will use it as a cut. So usually we have a PBR template, but now we need to change this template to cut. And then this face matte will work as a cut for our geometry. But also all cuts that we have in our effect should be above the geometry. Let's press construct. and see that cut works, but anyway we have some problems right here. So that's why I use another one cut that I created in my 3D program. I named it cut material, and I will use it as a cut also. So it was PBR here, I choose cut. And this cut should be above our heads, above our geometry also, so construct. And here we see problems, and now there is no more problems. Okay, now we need to add textures to our 3D mesh. So of course we need all these textures. Let's find it. I have all of them here. So here is 4 of them, and I need to copy it to my effect folder. So as I said, this SRC folder contains only FBX files, music and HDR map, and all textures that we have in our effect will be in test effect folder that our constructor created itself. So I paste all my textures here, and now I'm going to the constructor and choose this material of my geometry, and choose all these files: base color, normal, metallic and roughness. And also I have blending here, because I will change it to alpha because I have glass with opacity. So, and also to create reflection we will need HDR. Turn it on, and we will do the same with head physics. Push construct button, and we see our textures. So you see that these glasses looks not so good. The reflection is very poor. So let's change our HDR map. So I usually use a simple HDR map from Substance Painter, Glazed Patio. It usually looks good in effects, so I put it to SRC folder. I need to reload my effect, and here on the page textures you will see this HDR. Construct, reload the effect, and you see the difference. The reflection looks much better right now. Okay, we finished with our 3D model, so let's go to add some physics for this tassel. For this we need to go to FBX models page right here, and here we see all our FBX files. We need head physics, and here we can apply physics or turn it on, and all these bones I have created in my 3D program, so I need to assign different weights for each bone. So you can use any number you want from 0 to 10. If you choose 0, then the bone will have no movement, and if you have 10 here, so the bone will be moving very easy. So I decided to choose 9 for all my bones, and of course I need gravity, and I choose minus 2200, and We need dampen here. I always use 95 here and never change this parameter, so I will use it right now also. Push construct. And we see the physics, but of course we have some problems because this tassel go inside our face. So let's change it. We need to add a sphere around our face to stop our tassel. To create this sphere, we need to go to FBX models page and add sphere here. Here you see different coordinates for x, y, z parameters and the radius of our sphere. Now we need to go to any 3D program. I will use 3ds Max, and here I have my effect, and I need to create a sphere here, just random sphere, and we need to place it where we need. So I will use 0 here, minus 24 here, and another parameter that we need is radius, so that's why we don't use this tool to scale our sphere, because we don't see the real radius of it. So that's why I use only this parameter, this tool to scale, and I will use 100 for radius. And now we need to put our coordinates to the constructor. This is my coordinate, so I have the 0 for x here, and I have 0 here also. For y I have minus 24 here, but in our constructor we use z parameter for y. So my y in constructor will have 0 as well as z here, and z have a y parameter, minus 24, but with plus, so I will have only 24 here. So x has 0, y is 0, and z is 24 without minus, and the radius is 100. Let's construct. And reload, and we see that this sphere doesn't let this tassel to go inside our face, and it looks much better, of course. Now we absolutely finished with our 3D meshes, so let's go and add some retouch to make our face more beautiful. So let's go to rendering page again, and here we need to turn on the retouch material, and I need to say that this retouch will always be above everything, the first one. And here we can add different textures for teeth whitening, eyes highlight, soft light, and normal layer. So I guess you understand what teeth whitening, eyes whitening, and eyes highlight means. So I need to say that soft light we usually use to create different highlights on face or to make cheeks more rosy. And normal layer is to create makeup, to create different face paintings, and to add shadow, and so on. So of course we need to add all our textures to the folder with our effect. I added all of them to this folder, so you see shadows, soft princess, eyes highlights, teeth highlights, and so on. So let's add all of them here. So teeth whitening, eyes whitening, eyes highlight, soft, and normal layer. Construct, and see the difference. I have a more smoother face, rosy cheeks, some makeup, whiten teeth and also shadow here. So that's it, that's all we need for retouch. Now I will add a color correction layer. We call it final color filter. We can add it in a media page, the last one page, and we need to add a texture for this color correction. I have this texture right here. Just copy and paste it to my folder. So choose the file, this one, Construct, and you see that the picture looks much better with this final color filter. So another thing that you can add here is a voice changer. Right here, all you need is just to turn it on and play with this pitch. You can make your voice to sound more like more low voice or high voice. So just play with it and you will understand how it works. I don't need it right now, so I turn it off. Another thing that you can add here is background sound. All you need is just to add your music here. We have music, as I said previously, in SRC folder, so just choose it and it will work. I don't use it right now because I will have a lot of noise in my ears, so I will not use it right now. Okay, the last thing is to create a background separation and a foreground. I will use video textures, but you can use PNG files as well. So now we need to add textures of our background and foreground, and I added it to my folder here, Formula 2 for background and bokeh for foreground. So let's go to Constructor and add layer here. Choose background separation. Choose file. And I need to show you the video I will use. It's this one. So I have two channels here, alpha channel and color channel. So that's why I will use RGBA mode here, and I will use alpha blending here. Just add, press Construct, and you see that it works, my separation, and let's add the foreground, also add another layer. Choose foreground, choose file, and I have no alpha channel here. I will use RGB mode and blending screen. Add, Construct, and you see that these particles are on foreground right now. So we are almost finished. The last thing I will show you how to decrease this noise here and on the glasses, you see. All we need is to open our main folder with all textures and files, this one, and find this CFG toml file. Open it, and we need this second line here, MSAA, and change this parameter to 10, for example. Save it and reload. And you see that there is no more noise here and here. It looks much more realistic. So that's it. I hope everything was clear, so goodbye.